Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm finally bringing you the long-awaited boob job Q&A. I've been getting so many DMs from girls asking me about my procedure and my experience, and I want to be as helpful as possible, so I thought I would put out this video talking about everything I can literally think of related to it, and then answer any questions that you guys left on my Instagram story. So let's dive right into it. I'm going to talk about the who, what, when, where, why, how, etc, etc. So let's first talk about why I got the procedure in the first place. I've always had body image issues, and my boobs weren't something that I could just learn to love about myself. This is the way I see it, which admittedly is pretty black and white, but I just can't grasp how it's not so simple for some people to just accept other people's choices. But basically I see it as, okay, if you are a girl and you don't have a butt, what do you do to get a butt? You either get a BBL or you squat. How come like a BBL is looked down upon but squatting is not? Is it because like you're paying? Is it the easy way out? Like, why does it matter to people which way you go about loving your body? Boobs, I can't just work out and do exercises to magically get D cups. I can like work out to make them perkier, but I can't work out to get them to D cups. So that's the only way I could go to get boobs, so I went with it. I've never told anyone this, I think, but I think as far back as 5th grade, maybe even 4th grade, I would stuff my bra and like I would notice that girls around me were growing boobs and I wasn't, so I would take like, what do you call them? It's like candle wax melts, and they're like sphere dome shaped, and I would stick them in my little ass training bras and just look at myself in the mirror and be like, wow, like I don't have boobs and I want boobs. I went back and forth between a yes and no for getting a boob job procedure. I told myself many things. I told myself like, oh, let me embrace my natural. Maybe I'll do it after kids. Maybe I'll grow boobs when I'm pregnant. So many things that were just tugging me in different directions, but finally someone told me that I should just go for it because I'm young and it's better to enjoy these things now if I am gonna get it, because let's be real, am I gonna be like an IG hoe when I'm a mom? Probably not. So it's best to get these now and just live with them, live my best young hot girl life. Let me be clear though, I do not blame social media or media, because like social media didn't even exist back then. I feel like a lot of people think that maybe social media and like what is portrayed on there is what pushes girls into feeling like they need a boob job. That was not the case for me. I don't think of social media as being a toxic place for me. Some people think of that for themselves, and that's totally valid, that's totally fine, but I just want to say I don't blame social media and these like beauty standards for making me want a boob job. It's just something I knew I always wanted for myself. It wasn't to seek validation from anyone. It wasn't to try to live up to this like portrayal people have of me. It's completely for me, not anybody else, just me. Even Justin, my fiance, was against me getting it. I remember a few years ago I brought it up to him and he told me, blah blah blah, you're beautiful the way you are, you don't need it, I like you natural. But like at the end of the day, like someone thinking that I'm beautiful or pretty or perfect the way I am, I don't live on that. I don't, what am I trying to say? I basically think that me getting it, going against even my fiance's wishes, just goes to show like I didn't do this for anyone. Even if I'm getting message after message of people saying like, oh my god, you were like so good natural already, like I don't care. And I don't know how to say this without coming off in like a rude way, but like I just don't care what you think of me. I'm the one who lives in this body, who wakes up in this body, who sleeps in this body, who sees this naked body every day. And if I'm the one who's unhappy with it, even though you are happy with my body, like I need to do things for me. And I will say it's been 6 months nearly since I got my boob job, and I am feeling amazing. For specifics, I went to Dr. Peter Newen in Huntington Beach, California. I got my procedure on November 15th, 2019, and I chose him because he just seemed like a good doctor. And honestly, if we're being unfiltered, a lot of the Instagram girls go to him. Oh, also a lot of friends have been to him too, so I just knew based on their results that he was a great doctor, so that's who I went with. He's not the most personable doctor. He's very like quiet and chill and like barely says any words. So like when I was getting my first pre-op with him or consultation where I was picking my size, he really didn't say much and didn't like look at me much or like interact with me much. So I was pretty scared. I was like, this guy's not very friendly. He's not like smiling at me or like asking how I am. He's just saying stuff about my boobs and measuring them. He was very blunt. He was like, as you know, your boobs are very asymmetrical. I was like, I didn't know that, but okay. So yeah, he's not the most personable doctor, but he's good at what he does, and I think that's all that really matters at the end of the day. He's the one who's handling my boobs, who's cutting me up, and if he's good at what he does and he's been doing it for years, he's even been on Dr. Phil, that's how I knew I could trust him. So for the first pre-op appointment, I picked my size, and you don't really tell them a bra size because breast implants are based on CCs. You can't just be like, I want to end up with I'll just make this number up, like a 34C. You can't tell them that. You have to try on the bra sizers. So I showed them a few pictures. I'll insert them here. And they recommended some sizes for me. So first they gave me, I believe, 325cc and then like 350cc. These were the numbers that a lot of my friends had went with. So I thought I was going to end up at 350cc as well. But I tried on 350 and it looked small on me, like really small. Like I feel like it didn't really do anything for me, and I was like, whoa, that's weird, because my friends with 350, they look huge. So it really does depend on your frame and how much breast tissue you already have. So I was like, okay, we'll go up, we'll try 375, we'll try 400, we'll even try 450. Bitch, I went with 450. It just like matched my butt on that day. But fast forward to my second pre-op appointment, you can change your size there. So I tried on 450 again to make sure that 450 is what I wanted. It was not what I wanted. I tried it on again and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking huge. This would be a double D. I think I got too excited my first appointment. So I talked with the nurses and we went down. We settled on 415cc, so 415cc is what I got. You also have to take in consideration that your boobs expand a little after they are fully healed. They call it the drop and fluff. So they fluff up and they drop. So I'm not maybe exactly 415, maybe it is 415, but it looks 425. So whatever you get, just imagine it like a little bigger than what you try on. So I got 415cc Sientra implants, and they are moderate or moderate plus, I don't remember. They're moderate profile and they are cohesive silicone. So you can either choose between silicone or saline. Saline, people like to say, is the safer option because if it pops, it like gets into your bloodstream and like it just like dissolves. But cohesive silicone is great because when, let's say there is an instance when your breast implant does pop, if you do something crazy, the silicone doesn't bleed into your body or whatever. It's cohesive because it's like a gel, and even if you push on it, it stays in place. So I went with silicone, the gummy texture, mainly because it feels more real. So yeah, my second pre-op appointment, I decided on the size, and then they gave me a few rules to follow. It was exactly 2 weeks before my November 15th surgery date, so I think, was it like November 1st or something? They told me for the following 2 weeks I could not smoke, I could not drink, I should start eating healthy, drinking a lot of water. So the morning of Friday, November 15th comes, it's surgery day. I'm super excited and I'm not scared at all really of the surgery. I was just more scared of the anesthesia part because I've never been under anesthesia before, and I've heard maybe fictional stories of people like waking up during the surgery and like not being able to speak and show that you're awake because you can't open your eyes or something. So I was super scared about that. I was asking the anesthesiologist like, are you gonna be there like just in case I wake up, like, and he was the nicest, like funniest guy. He made me feel so at ease, but everything went fine. My parents took me. They're the most supportive people ever. My mom and dad were there before my surgery waiting with me. Here's a picture of me before the surgery. As you can see, I'm super flat chested. Oh my god. So I get into the surgery room and they are making me feel comfortable, getting ready, even though it's happening super fast. I get rolled into this really cold room and the anesthesiologist is talking to me. He tells me that he's like giving me different doses of anesthesia or something. And then before you know it, I was fucking out. Like, I don't even remember what the last word was, but I was out. And then in the blink of an eye, I'm up back in my like little waiting room area with curtains, and I'm done. And I think it took 45 minutes is what my parents said. Like, it went like super fast. They say when you first wake up to do really deep breaths in and out to let the anesthesia come out so that you can finally be up ready to go home. The faster you do it and the more effectively you do it, the faster you can go home. So I was doing super well. I was just like in the nose, out the mouth. I was doing it over and over again, and I just remember like I was so woozy and my eyes were like half open, but I was just breathing and I was just smiling, and I was like, I have boobs. So I was like, fuck yeah. As I was doing the whole breathing thing, my anesthesiologist went to get my mom's phone, I think, because she wanted to see how I was doing and also send videos to Justin because he was worried as well. If I find the video, I'll insert it next, but I was pretty much like smiling and I was just like so happy to have boobs.
I think we're filming. Okay, this is your family's phone. They wanted to see how you're doing. All right, let me see your deep breath. Good girl. And you're tolerating it? Yeah, okay, good girl. Okay, let's see a good wave. Okay, good girl. Keep up those deep breaths.
So then they put me in a wheelchair, ready to take me to my car.
I feel like I just worked out.
Like you were gone 30,
Like I just did a chest workout.
35 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it was quick. Okay, say hi to your babe.
Hi, love you.
And I think that was like the hardest part of the day, was getting up and into the car, because everything was feeling so tight and so heavy. It was like a weight was on my chest. Here's a picture of me that I took in the car right as soon as I got buckled up to send to Justin. You can see that I'm smiling. So Huntington Beach is about maybe an hour from Corona, which is where my family home is, and we were driving back there. And I think maybe at like the 45-minute mark, when we were like maybe 20 minutes from home, is when I started to feel the pain. It was just like super tight and like I was feeling shortness of breath. But it wasn't too bad. I feel like I have a pretty high pain tolerance. So yeah, I get home, I get help up the stairs, and then I go sleep in bed the whole day. And here's a picture of what my bedding setup was like. So you have to be elevated at least like a 45-degree angle, and you want to like sleep comfortably in that position for a few days, which is really hard for me because I used to sleep on my face, on my boobs like this, on my stomach. So I had to sleep completely upright, like in a recliner, a makeshift recliner. The hardest part was getting up out of bed. For the first few days, I would need help from my parents to get me out of bed. And the thing is, you can't hold them by their hand like this and like pull you out of bed like this, because it flexes your muscles here and you don't want to do that. You can really feel it. So they needed to push my back and just launch me up. I would really need to use my leg strength to get out of bed, which was super hard, and just like scoot constantly. So I think that was like the biggest annoyance of recovery in the first week, was just trying to get out of bed. First day I was just in bed. I did not move. I went to the bathroom and stuff. I could go alone. I did not require help to go to the toilet, but I was walking like this.
I don't want to be a burden.
I think day 3 of post-op maybe is when I was able to walk down the stairs. Again, still super tight and heavy, but I was still able to walk. They tell you to walk around just to get used to it, so I try to walk as much as I can, but you do get shortness of breath because, like I said, it's like a weight is on your chest. Also, I actually didn't look at my boobs until day 3 of post-op. It was like super bandaged up and I didn't want to like take anything out because I was just scared. I finally opened them and girl, I was like, holy shit, they looked really big, and I was like, damn, did I really go that big? They were just super swollen, and like the skin is super freaking shiny, like waxy looking, because it's like stretched. So they just look like fucking like waxy bazookas, and my nipples were also like really smooth looking and like pointy and big. I was like, huh, doesn't really look sexy yet. So like you guys know, I live in San Diego, but Friday to Wednesday, I was in Corona at home with my family. Friday was the only day I took off from work because that was actual surgery day. and then the rest I just worked remotely from my laptop. It's totally doable if you're concerned about having to take PTO to get your boobs done. Like, I only took 1 day, and if your company allows you to work remotely, then you should totally do it. Just make sure you schedule your surgery date on a Friday, and then you have the rest of those days to recover. So to go into specific symptoms I felt post-op, I felt like tingling sensations along the sides of my boobs mostly. That was like maybe the first week or two of post-op, and that's pretty much like your nerves reconnecting, because a lot of parts of my boob were numb and the nerves were just coming back to life essentially. And it just feels like, you know, the feeling of when your foot's asleep and then like you hit it on something and then it feels like ants are just running all over it. It's like that kind of thing. Basically, your like boobs are sleeping. So in the first few weeks I was feeling sharp pains like every few days, and that's normal as well. Most of it was just a feeling of heaviness and tightness in this area. It wasn't actual pain, I will say. I know a lot of people are scared about the pain, that's why they're scared to do it. I don't think I would categorize that as pain. I think it's just discomfort. It's a lot of discomfort, especially when you're moving around. But if you're just sitting there watching a bunch of Netflix like I did, like, it's totally doable. And for the first 6 weeks, you're supposed to wear the compression bra that they provide you with, as well as the bandage, and basically train them to stay here and drop. So the bandage should be wrapped around here so that they can continue to go down and drop into a natural shape, and then as well as here to just push them towards the center. Up until Wednesday, I was in Corona, and Wednesday night it was time for me to go back to San Diego. I didn't drive. I could not drive at that point yet. It's just really tight and like you have limited motion, so you can't really do turns. You can drive straight, but then this is gonna get tired, so my parents just drove me back. My dad was driving behind me and my mom, while my mom was driving my car. So I get home in San Diego on Wednesday night, and I think I continued to work remotely for Thursday and Friday, and then I was back in the office by Monday. And yes, I did drive on Monday. That was the first day I drove my car. I could drive comfortably. I didn't get tired by holding the steering wheel, but turning, I could not. I could barely turn. I had to go like inch by inch, and like I couldn't do the full range of motion. So I just tried to drive as little as possible. I think by the 2-week mark is when I was able to drive comfortably. I also continued to sleep in an angled sleeping position. I think it was the 2-week mark that I was finally able to take the pillow out under my back and my legs and just sleep in a normal position but facing up. I just did it because I felt like I was comfortable enough getting up by myself without the help of a pillow. I could finally use my arms to push me up. Also by the 2-week mark, I was at a freaking music festival, guys. Wonderfront in San Diego. I was there. I was walking around. I wasn't drinking. I was just sober the whole time. But I could walk around. I could like kind of dance, not put my hands up all the way, but you know, a little this and a little that. Also at the 6-week mark is when I was able to buy my own bras and not use the compression bra that they were providing me with. And the bra I wear is the t-shirt bra from Victoria's Secret. It is wire free, and I actually can't wear anything with underwire, which is like 90% of bras. I can't wear anything like that until the 6-month mark. My exact 6-month mark is May 15th. I'm about to be buying all the cute lacy bras. Here is the Victoria's Secret one I'm talking about. Super comfortable. It's just expensive. I never bought bras before because I didn't wear bras, so when I bought 3 bras at Victoria's Secret for my first time, I was like, damn, 40 bucks for this shit? I'm a 32D now. I could probably fit into 32 double D because they dropped and fluffed. Before I was like a 32A. I could probably even fit into a double A back then, so it's a pretty drastic difference for me, and I fucking love it. I'm still wearing my bra 24/7 even when I sleep, like throughout the whole day, just because I feel like I need that support. Something that I've noticed though, this is a part where we get unfiltered and I tell you the real deal about things. When I lay down, I notice that my right boob slips to the side a lot, and I can feel it shifting against my muscle. Oh, by the way, I did under the muscle, but yeah, I can feel it shifting down here kind of into my armpit, and the left boob just stays in place. And I looked a lot of this stuff up, and I was reading that it's called lateral displacement. Basically, maybe my size was too big and it couldn't be supported, so it's falling out. Maybe the pocket that my surgeon created was too big, so it's like not staying in place. It isn't like something where I feel like it bothers me so much. It's just kind of bothersome because it's like, dude, I paid so much for these boobs and I wanted them to be perfect, but you can see they're not perfect when I'm laying down. One is like facing this way and one kind of is just falling this way, so that really bothers me. When I'm standing up you can't notice, when I'm standing up you can't feel anything, but it's something I definitely feel when I'm laying down, so that's why I feel like I have to wear a bra all the time to support it, because I don't know. I'm going to bring it up during my 6-month post-op, and I know a lot of people will probably get surgery to get it fixed. That's something I'm considering maybe after I'm done with kids, but as of now, it doesn't totally bother me. It's just a mild inconvenience. I also wanted to talk about scarring. I know a lot of people are afraid of the scars. Daisy Marquez, I don't know if y'all know her, but she's also an influencer and she went to Dr. Peter Newen as well. She did a video about her breast augmentation experience with him and she got a keloid scar. It's totally not the doctor's fault. Keloid scars are kind of how your own body responds to scarring, but the part that was the doctor's fault was the scar was on her boob. It wasn't in the fold where the scar was hidden, it was a little higher, so you can see it literally on her boob. And I was like, hell no, scarring is so important to me. I don't want to have my scar showing. If I'm gonna pay thousands for this procedure, I want my scar to be hidden. And I did bring it up to the nurse and the doctor. I was like, so I saw Daisy Marquez's video and I saw the scar was on her boob. Like, I really don't want the scar to be on my boob. So they told me a lot of people were going to them talking about Daisy Marquez's scar, so they changed things up and they fixed how they do the scars, and my scar is looking great. So thank you, Daisy Marquez, for your influence. Okay, I'm about to show you all my scar, but one more thing I wanted to bring up was I was using these advanced silicone scar sheets. I got them on Amazon and they're pretty much like a little gummy strap that you can put on your scar and just keep it until it falls off. It even stays on in the shower. I haven't been wearing these just because, I don't know, I get lazy. But I will say they really help with scarring. It helps make it go down super fast, like the bumpy part of it. I'm going to continue to use these to help with color, but these really do work. And you don't want to put them on until the cut is actually healed. You don't want to put it on when there's scab stills or like even a little open tiny hole. You don't want to do that yet. So you want to make sure the cut is completely closed before you use these. There's multiple sheets that come like this and you basically cut it. I just cut it this way and then put one under here and one under here. So I'll show you guys my scar right now. So this mark right here is for my bra, but you can see this is my scar now. I think it's doing pretty well considering it's been 6 months. I think generally my scars on my body have always healed pretty well. So yeah, I just need to continue using these silicone scar strips and I think it'll completely go away. This is without me holding it up. You can see the scar. Well, you can't see the scar, but you can see that the scar is here right in the fold so that you can't see it straight on, which is great. Okay, I'm getting so tired from talking, but I think I'm ready to answer your guys' questions. Can you work out the same? For the most part, yes. I can do, I mean, it's obviously not affecting my legs, so I can do like squats and stuff like that. When I do ab workouts though, because like I said, this one shifts around, I can feel it when I do certain ones, like the butterfly kicks, I can feel it. But I just wear like a super tight supportive sports bra and that helps, but it's not really anything crazy. Pain on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm contemplating on having this procedure done, but I'm scared. Like I said, the pain is minimal for me. I know it really depends on each person, but if I had to say the pain, the times that there was pain, maybe like a 4. And yeah, the rest was just discomfort and tightness. It wasn't really pain. It was just like, ugh, it feels weird. How much did you pay? I paid $6,500 for this procedure. Usually at the image center, it is $8K, I think. But with the referral bonus, or not referral bonus, oh, I'm thinking about work. But with the referral, and I'm not sure if it like differs from person to person, but because I got referred, I paid $6,500 and they have care credit, so you don't have to pay all at once. There's no way I'm rich enough to pay that all at once. I am still a long ways from paying it off and it is not covered by insurance at all because it's a cosmetic procedure. I have a few people asking for my height for reference because they have similar frames as me. I'm about 5'3.5" and I think I fluctuate between like 108 and 110 pounds. And I know like D's or double D's sounds huge, for a girl like me, but I don't know, I just feel like it fits my body, and I think part of it is because my ass isn't like super flat. It just kind of like complements my frame. Do you wish you went another size? That's a good question. So there's this thing called boob envy, where even though you get your boobs done, you like look down or look at other pictures and you're like, damn, I wish I went bigger. And I definitely got that. So many girls get that. I did wish I went bigger at one point, but that was prior to them dropping and fluffing up. Now I am super happy with my size. I know when I get pregnant, they're gonna get fucking huge. So that's another reason why I didn't want to go 450. Do they get that period sensitivity during the time of month? Actually they don't, and sore breasts are something that I really do experience when I get my periods, like pretty intensely, and I don't feel that anymore, so that's great. Do you think you'll ever want to take them out? I've been seeing a lot of the explant movement. At this time of my life, I don't foresee myself taking them out, just because I feel like it's really gotten me to this place where I really love my body. If something happens though where I start to experience some sort of illness, I will take them out. And I did research a lot on this whole breast implant illness movement, where a lot of women are reporting the same symptoms, and they think it's because they got implants, and once they take them out they feel amazing again. I made myself very aware of the risks. I made myself very aware of the symptoms, just so that if something happens to me, I know what's happening to me. So yeah, to answer your question, I don't foresee myself taking them out, but if I have to, I will. But I do see myself switching them out as the years go on, just to keep them fresh or whatever. When did your boobies fully drop? Just got mine 2 months ago. Congrats, girl. I'm happy for you. Mine fully dropped pretty fast. For my second post-op appointment, I think, or first one, they commented on my drop fluff, and they were like, dang, yours are dropping really fast. So mine dropped super fast, faster than normal. I don't know why, but mine dropped maybe at the 3-month mark. Now that I'm at the 6-month mark, I feel like this is how they're gonna look. This is their final form. Do you feel invincible? Because you look invincible. Yes, I sure do, girl. I sure do. Okay, and last question. Did any of your friends or family members look at you differently for getting a breast dog? Yes, I think a lot of people probably look at me differently. I don't care. I'm not sure who does, but that's not really my business what people think of me. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you need to do this procedure for you and not for anyone else. Don't let people hold you back from doing what you want to do. Don't let other people's opinions hold you back from doing what you want to do. If this is something that'll make you happy for you and not for anyone else, and you know it will, then fucking go for it. Like, I feel amazing, and I recommend this procedure to anyone that has been thinking about it but is scared to. And I'm not like explicitly promoting plastic surgery. I'm promoting loving yourself. And if paying for something is the route you need to take to love yourself, then that is your business. It is not mine. It is not anyone else's. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're still here at this point, thank you so much for sticking through it. I hope I answered everything I could. I tried to be as detailed and thorough and as unfiltered as possible, but as always, if there's anything else you want to know, feel free to DM me or comment below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!